morning and welcome to my channel. This is Beth from Style at a Certain Age, and if this is your first time visiting, welcome. I'm always happy to have new viewers. I film twice a week. Sunday is always about style and Thursdays is always kind of mixed up. But I've had actually a lot, not more than just quite a few emails and comments, and it's just always about accessories because I love to accessorize, and that is just something that can spice up your outfit just like that. So today I'm just going to break down one section. It's a very favorite accessory of mine, and that's the mighty pin or the brooch. And you can see I have a collection on my denim jacket. So I'm just going to take you through several different ways that you can wear a brooch or a pin to make your wardrobe work a little bit better. I've been collecting pins since I was about 12 years old. That was when I received my very first one, and that's this B right here. It's quite a few years old, as I am almost 60, but pins come in so many different sizes. So there's big pins and there's small pins, and there's different metals. There's gold and there's silver. Lots of varieties out there. A great way to look for vintage pins or in a vintage store. We have a wonderful one here in Athens, Georgia, and I trust the owner, very reputable owner. But there's some really amazing ones online too that you can go to and see what's going on. There's also eBay. You can go to the Goodwill store. So if you're on the hunt for an older pin, that's a way that you can do it. This right here, so this is a vintage, probably my only vintage pin. I'm not even sure if it's vintage. It's Chanel costume jewelry, and when I'm not wearing it on my jacket, I throw it on as a necklace. So, and then I just kind of put it with the other pearls, kind of very Chanel-esque. She loved to layer the pearls and the necklaces. So that is definitely one way to wear it. Another tried and true way, there again, I showed you my denim jacket, but blazers are a very tried and true way, especially if you're going off to the office. Very appropriate, like on your lapel, just kind of amps up a plain gray or black. But this is a tweed jacket that's a very favorite one of mine. This pin is from Banana Republic, so if you're looking for new pins, that you can find them in almost any store. So Banana Republic is a good place, Chico's is a good place, Talbot's, of course the department stores, Nordstrom's and whatnot. But this one happens to be from Banana, and it's a fairly large one, kind of jewel encrusted, and I just have that on a very simple blazer. So I'll take you through a few more ways that I like to wear my pins. You can also start a theme with your pins. They're bugs. There's a lot of bugs out there. This happens to be a little bumblebee. This is Joan Rivers. This was sold through her collection at QVC years ago. My mom used to call me up every Thanksgiving and say, "What are you doing?" "I'm watching Joan." So she got me onto Joan Rivers jewelry. But this is a really cute bumblebee because bumblebees are big and they're heavy and they're not supposed to fly. Joan used to share this, but they still are airborne, and so that was really just kind of one of her really cool symbols was that. But here it is just on a very plain coat on a lapel. Very traditional way to wear it. And this way might be a little untraditional. This is a faux fur vest, and I put on kind of a vintage inspired pin. So we have a lot of crystals and a little teardrop pearl right here, but it looks kind of cool and jazzy and updated on a very simple vest. If you want to jazz up an evening clutch, a fun way to do it is with a brooch. I actually made, this is one that I made. Can you believe that? I used to sew quite a bit. It's silk on the inside and it's quilted on the outside. It matched a dress years and years ago. But I always just pop a little brooch on top, and it just gives it a little bit of a pizzazz. And another way to add pins into your collection is when you travel. That's one of my favorite ways to add jewelry into my collection is when we travel. And then it's a memento. I always have a memory attached to it. But I also like things that make or have sentimental value to me. And we lived on an island for many years and shared our home with hundreds of geckos at any given moment. So this is a pin that signifies that. So I have a gecko. I also was in a sorority years ago. I am a Pi Beta Phi, and so we have arrows as our symbol, and we're also known as the Pi Phi Angels. So I have an angel, and here's another arrow. So I'm always on the lookout for angels and arrows, and actually here's an angel right here. Another great way to add a pin or brooch to your collection, especially if you live up north in the northern climates and you're wearing hats on an ongoing basis, you could just jazz up just your basic hat. This is a cloche hat, And then I just jazzed it up with a pin right here. This one happens to be from Chico's. I think it's last year in autumn colors. And of course, since it's fall, we're headed into winter, we're going to be wearing scarves and more scarves, just like the hats. So one fun way that I like to wear, especially if it's a blanket scarf, and I'll have a photo from the blog, I'll throw that up too. I just fasten the big blanket scarf with a little tiny pin. So this is the little bumblebee again, and just fasten it right there, and it just stays in place, and it gives it just a little bit of an updated look too. But don't forget, you could also just put it on just a regular scarf, a very short one as well. Another interesting way to wear a pin, and I'll throw a picture up, but I actually modeled this a few weeks ago on YouTube, and I was transitioning into fall with black and white. I just took this vintage pin and I just placed it on a simple white shirt. I believe there was a black sweater underneath it. It just gave a little bit of a pop, and it was just a little out of the ordinary. So there are many, many different ways that you can accessorize with pins and brooches. As I said, I've had them in my jewelry drawer for years and years. A very wonderful thing about jewelry is that there's usually a memory that's attached to it, and you remember where you were or who gave it to you, or maybe it was just even you just on a shopping expedition on the hunt for the perfect pin or a brooch. But great way to accessorize your wardrobe with a pin. And so I hope I just got you thinking outside of the box. I'd love to hear how you wear a brooch. Share some tips with me. I'd love to hear that. And of course, thanks so much for stopping by and tuning in to the YouTube video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of a video. I love to hear that, and your comments, of course. I love to read all of them. Try to answer as many as I can. But I will see you on Sunday, and I don't know, give me a couple ideas. I haven't really kind of firmed in what I'm doing, but I'll see you then when it's all about style. Bye-bye.